Morning, everybody. Troy, and who are you? I just thought, who am I?
Oh my.
Your name is Melanie?
Yes.
From the Do-It-Yourself World, the Off-Grid Project, and Melanie has a package in the mail. Next time, by the way, Melanie, if you can't remember your name, just look on the outside of the package.
Yeah, Melanie.
And she's you should have seen when we walked up to the house and I said, Melanie, you have a package. She was beaming with happiness. This is from Bren LL2 on YouTube.
Yes.
I wish I had the camera when she saw the package sitting on the doorstep. Complete Guide to Needlework. Oh, Melanie. Is that a Reader's Digest? Boy, they put out some good books back in the day. That's a Reader's Digest book. Wait, you pulled it down before I zoomed. There you go. It's a glare, but that is cool. Reader's Digest did some good stuff back in the 80s, I think it is. Well, Melanie, I won't see Melanie again. Next time I need to look for her, I'm going to have to look in the middle room. I know where I'll find her from now on.
Thanks a lot. Look at that drawing.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You should have seen her face when we walked up to the house. That said it all. Alright, well, she's lost in her own world now. Talk to you later. Hi guys. I just got about 10 sheets of brand new OSB sheathing for free. It was used once as a crate. Plus, I think there's 7 or 8 full sheets and then some half sheets. Plus some pine boards, which I'll use for, that'll go in the wood shop for pallet wood products. And I've got some metal. This is aluminum sheet that was going to be tossed out. Actually, I think it's a fiberglass inside with aluminum on the exterior. And I think that might be the roofing of the chicken coop, if there's enough. And some trim boards, trim pieces, metal trim. So we might have a very beautiful chicken coop. Now, what I've done, I've taken off the half sheets. I put on 2 sheets by the 2 halves up by the door. I've changed my plans here. As materials become available, I change my plans. I'm going to put sheathing on all the way around, then tar paper, then siding. And it's going to be beautiful that way. So that's the plan. So I'm probably going to knock these off, and then I can reuse them. But that way I won't have to worry about seepage underneath, or, you know, doing that perfect, because then the tar paper will protect the materials underneath. And then there won't be any wind getting through there at all either. That'll be a really heavy duty and awesome chicken coop. I'm also going to take off those 2 boards on the roof and put the OSB on and come down 18-inch overhang on each side, and then that'll be done as well. So 2 sheets of OSB, tar paper. As soon as the air dries that roof a little bit better, I will put on the tar paper. But for now, it's still very, very wet out here. It rained 6 or 7 days straight, and the last 2-3 days it rained absolutely non-stop the entire time. So, yep, that's how it goes. Plans change, things change on the fly. And now it's going to have sheathing, then tar paper, then siding. So I hope to get the sheathing done today, and hopefully then even tar papered today or tomorrow morning to protect it from the elements, because Sunday's supposed to rain again. And this is Saturday. This is Friday, the holiday weekend, by the way. So, got to get to it. Hey guys, it's looking good. I've got the front 4-foot high closed in. I've got the sidewall almost done. I've got the window framed in, and I just got one more piece here and then a chunk to put in. And I've got the back wall 4-foot high. I knocked off the boards so that I can put on the sheathing instead, and I knock off that piece. I'm probably going to ruin that piece, but I have to knock that off. Now, plumb and square. Since I'm using single sheets of 4x8 sheathing, it's very simple. Everything's square here, and I lined it up, and I had to pry the building a little bit on that's part of the reason I took those pieces off as well. But I had to pry the building a little bit by hand very easily since it's 2x2 framing, and wobble it into place, nail it, and it's square. If you have a single board that is cut square and the width of the building is that width, then it's very easy to flex the building into place and square it up. So there's that. I'm probably going to remove these sheets as well and fill that in with OSB. I may consider, I don't know, because I framed it in nicely over there, the way it's, you know, nice and proper. I may consider, though, since I have these on here, I don't know, I'm thinking, do I leave them and work around them, or do I take them off? Yeah, I could put OSB in there, but then there's going to be a little bit of a size difference under the sheathing. I don't think that'll matter so much, but I'm going to consider this side for a minute, whether I want to do that or not. And I have considered also the possibility of getting half rounds from the sawmill, the local sawmill, and making it look like a log cabin rather than this. Although this wood looks very, very nice. I do like it. So I may just end up using what I have as siding over top of the sheathing and the tar paper. These chickens are getting a condominium. This is the chicken deluxe mansion. So, and it'll also double as a kid's playhouse, I'm sure. The kids will probably play in it when they get old enough. So, yeah, I think that's how it's going to be. And then OSB will be on the top, come down the last 18 inches. Alright guys, I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to have to remove this window when I do the sheathing, like I did on that side, and then put it back in after. But, it's coming along. By the way, I'm working right off the bed of the truck. I literally just slide the piece out as far as I need, cut the end off, and then slide it off the bed and nail it on. So easy this way, not moving things twice. Look at this, guys. One wall is done entirely. Now I'm going to do the peak. I'm going to knock that board out and do the back with one piece, one sheet of OSB. That'll give it strength. And then I'm going to do the same on the front. I was thinking about scrapping that in, but I think one sheet of OSB will be stronger. I'll have more waste, but still it'll be stronger. Really good. And then all I'll have left is to patch up around that window. And this will be done. And I'll probably get the door hung yet today. And then I want to get the tar paper on the roof. So, oh, this is heavy work though. It's exhausting, but I'm getting it. Looking good. Working right off the back of that truck. Pulling the stuff right off as I work. This is just going to be enough. I might have one or two sheets left over when I'm done. We'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I got the two peaks cut. What I did is I measured and cut for one. And the one took me a few minutes to get right. But I got it in one piece without any waste, which is good. And then I just traced that onto the second piece. So I'm about to prop this up. Now with this sheathing, and this being all 2x2, I'm not going to piece anything in here. I'm just going to put that up, and that's going to hold that all nice and strong for me. Nice and solid. So, I figured you can watch me as I put this last piece in there. I'm getting down there on nails. The last couple pieces, I should say. One here and one on the other side. And then I'm going to show you something and ask your opinion over there. But for now, I'm going to get this on here. Now what you see is I left the original, there were some staples in here and it was 24 on center, which is perfect for me. I left them in place and they helped me tack it up. That's perfect. So I'm going to nail it in. Might want to pop a screw or two in there. By the way, it's Memorial Weekend, so I'm on state land, or right next to state land, so there's a lot of traffic out here right now, a lot of quads and junk. But hey, you get the good with the bad. Being out here on the state land, it's peaceful most of the time. I'm going to finish putting those nails in. I don't have to bore you with all that. And I'll get the other piece on. We got the best chicken coop I have ever made. I took off the overhang on the roof on both sides because I'm going to replace it with OSB now. I want your opinion. Just make sure I'm recording. Yeah, can't see very well in the daylight on the camera. I want your opinion here. Originally I was going to frame in the door here, but then there's not much meat here. It's not very strong. And I'm flexible. I'm thinking about framing in the door shorter. Melanie's even shorter than I am. I had her out here and asked her what she thought. But I'm thinking about putting this up right here. You're about to see live if I cut this right or not. Let me see. Did I? Maybe not. I thought I had it right. Maybe I can watch you from underneath. You can probably see better than I can what's going on. No, I think that's okay. The board is warped on the top. I'm going to get up on the ladder and check, but I think that is okay. I got staples in my way here. Tap this over a tiny bit. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, it fits. I knew it would fit. Okay, perfect. Alright. Anyway. By the way, I don't have the peak nailed yet. That's why it raised up. I think that's fine. For me, tell me what you think. But this gives more meat here. More strength. And the snow load will be distributed better on this wall. And I can get in and out of here just fine. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm still flexible enough. And I think what I'll do is I'll run a board across here. And if I ever decide I want to expand the door, it's not a big deal to knock that board out and cut this piece higher. I think I like it like that. And it's less, I think it's less wind can get in there. So, almost got it. I've got a little bit, let me take the camera off the tripod. So, I've got a piece in this hole. And then I'll put in the this piece up in here. And then I'll put in the two overhangs. And we'll have a look inside. But I think it'll be okay for light for the hens. I guess we're gonna see. I may end up putting a window up there in the future. I may end up doing it anyway. Just cut a hole through, frame it in, and put, what do you call it, the hardware cloth here and above the door on both sides with a flip down eye hook latch cover, so for summer I can get maximum airflow in here. I do think that's what I'm going to end up doing, but it's looking good. It's looking really good. Well, there it is, guys. I got to cut off the rafters eventually, but that's the overhang. That's how much I'll have. So there's the doorway. Looks like a doghouse. Looks like a big doghouse. I've got one sheet of OSB left over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5, 6 pieces. It's gonna be good. So now I'm gonna put the tar paper on. I'm gonna finish nailing in the roof under the rafters. So I'm gonna run straight lines and then nail it in well, and then I'll put the tar paper on. But it's cute. It's really good. Let's go inside and see how much light is in there. Well, there we have it. You can see my air compressor. I think it's okay. The bottom is going to be closed off to stop air and drafts. I may just put screening in there for summer, but I'm not sure if maybe in winter I want to have that blocked. But I'll play it by ear and see how much wind blows in here. That does allow some light to flow in, the reflected light under the rafters, which I actually like. Maybe if I was to close it off, I should use some clear stuff, like if I find some plexiglass scraps or something. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But I gotta put the windows in and finish securing the roofing. And that'll be it for today. I'll put the tar paper on. Mom and Dad are probably at the cabin by now, so we're looking good. This thing is rigid too, really strong now. It's small. I mean that's a single 4x8 sheet of plywood, so it's not really much flex going to be in it. And then that's a sheet, so it's rigid. 2 sheets formed to one wall, and then a sheet and a fraction here form that wall. So it's pretty good. I think we're going to be alright. And then I got the idea of using some scrap lumber that I have. Since I have some more OSB, I think I'm going to put a loft in here and storage rack up in this area, the first 2 feet, because I have a 2-foot strip left over. I'd be ashamed to waste that, so I think that's exactly what I'm going to do with that. Looking good. I'm really happy about this. I think this is the best construction I've ever done. Well, there it is, guys. Roof is on. Tar paper's on. It's waterproof. Gotta make the door. I got one window in. I'll do the other tomorrow. I'll probably take that out when I do the siding, but I wanted it in for now for looks. Anyway, looks good. Really good. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project.